name is Pedro, and today we're going to be looking at the property market analysis update for the town of Walsall. Today we're going to be discussing a few facts and figures on Walsall, net migration patterns, employment figures, and a potentially very lucrative deal that we found on Zoopla earlier today. So let's start with a few facts and figures. In the last year, 1,402 properties have been sold in Walsall. 514 of those were semi-detached, 259 were detached, 448 were terraced, and 180 were flats. The average price of these houses was £181,951. That increased 35% since 2019 and 22% up on the 2017 peak of £149,683. Based on these figures, we can see as the years go on, Walsall is becoming a more desirable place to live. Let's compare these figures to surrounding areas. In Aldridge, the overall average price was £260,120 last year, whereas in Wednesbury, the overall average price was £150,618. Now let's have a look at a potential deal that we found on Zoopla earlier today. This property on Station Street is up for sale via auction, with a guide price of £80,000. We can see from these pictures that the previous owner has spent money on decorating the place. We can see here from the beautifully tiled bathroom as well as the open brickwork, followed by the wooden flooring that leads us directly into the kitchen. The property is also benefited by striking spiral stairs that run up the middle of the two reception rooms. The property is situated 5 minutes away from Aldridge Town Centre and 5 minutes away from Walsall Town Centre and has brilliant transport links. Now let's have a look at some net migration patterns. A net migration pattern is essentially the amount of people who moved into Walsall as opposed to who moved out. Walsall has a very positive net migration, as around 4.5 times more people moved into Walsall than moved out to live elsewhere. Walsall has an estimated resident population of around 285,000 people. This is an increase of around 19,000 residents, or 7%, in the 10 years since the last census. This rate of growth is higher than the West Midlands regional growth of only 6.4%. Let's have a look at some employment figures. There are typically two main factors which contribute to this. First one being job growth, and the second one being the cost of living, which we've already kind of touched upon. Many people will move to a given location because of their new job, and this seems to be quite common in Walsall given the figures that we have discussed. Therefore, this shows an indication of Walsall to be a very opportunistic town across the job spectrum. Furthermore, increasing demand for housing in the area. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in our next property market analysis, where we'll be discussing Sutton Coldfield. Take care, and we'll see you soon.